Dude, I'm gonna be honest. That vicious brew last night messed me up. I'm not talking about just like how I was on stream. Dude, I had a headache. I was growing by the end of that stream, and it got bad. I don't know if it was a hangover or not, like that I had, but like it was rough last night after the stream. By the time I was going to work, I felt fine, but like, it was not good. I used an ice pack for the first time in a long while. It felt that bad. Granted, that was also probably for another reason, because for whatever reason, the thermostat was set to 84 degrees. I didn't do that. Maybe my roommate heard me talking shit. Maybe he is here the whole time, and he's just very quiet in his room, like a serial killer. I don't know. I mean, cold or not, I'm not putting it at 84 degrees. That's money. That's a lot of money. Just because I'm part of the fucking Shadow Wizard Money Gang doesn't mean I have money, cash to spare. I just bought a new PC. I'm in college. Come on, I don't have a lot. I gotta manage my resources. I can't be wasting that on heat, especially when it's making me feel terrible. Anyhow, it's halftime again. I'm in a much better mood now, I think. And yeah, I legitimately don't know if I did good or bad. I wasn't even keeping track of wins at all. I was just playing to play. Maybe it's a good thing I had that vicious brew. Got me through it faster. But in the halftime, it looks like we're losing. I didn't need to see the results. I know we're losing. You don't have to give me pity. I know we're gonna lose. I know we're gonna lose. I know we're gonna lose. I'm on this team. Of course we're gonna lose. Just because we have, like, we're definitely getting popularity. I say. I remember what happened both of the last Splatfests. And just because we have the sneak peek, that don't mean shit. Who cares? Instead of Vicious Brew today, I just have a decaf coffee. Soothing. Oh. We're doing double Tricolor. They're both ooh, we have Scorch Gorge back. Very nice. I like that. And I failed to play on that during Grand Fest because I wasn't around when it was in rotation. So it's good to see that back. Okay. I'm happy about that. Alright. And we're back in the thick of it. From the string to the ring to the bed. Oh. Look, I can sing alright. But it's like, you know, you can act, even if you have a good actor, if you give them a bad script, it's not gonna come out good. You can only work with so much. I get a bad song, and there's only so much I can work with, you know? Anyhow. I feel like last stream, part of the reason why it was going so wrong is, I'm not doing the wizard thing enough. Sure, I had the Vicious Brew, but how many times did I really spam the Swag Messiah line when I was doing Booyah Bombs? Again, it's kind of hard to because I'm using Joy-Cons this time because I have to. But I don't think I'm getting wizardly enough. I don't think I'm really getting into the habit of casting spells. I feel like I've lost my way in terms of being a member of the Shadow Wizard Money Gang, or the Shiver Wizard Money Gang. Oh yeah, it really is what it is now, because it was money on Shiver team, Wizard team Shiver. We are the Shiver Wizard Money Gang. And so tell you what, I'm gonna try my best to spam this stupid joke, because it is contractually obligated. Maybe that's why it wasn't working. Maybe that's why we're losing right now, because I'm not following my contractual obligations. So tell you what. Where is... Here we go. Oh, this already has... Okay. I was about to say, I mean, we should get more special up. I forgot the hat already has it. And Inksaver main... Yeah, that's probably better to have. But I guess, yeah, it's better to have, like, a main ability rather than 3 subs. And this has a bit of special saver. I'll go with the... You know what? I don't care about the outfit. It's about the spirit. It's about really getting out there and dealing as much damage as you can. I mean, look, one of my favorite video game characters of all time is Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. He's a wizard. He's a black mage. And you know what he does a lot when I play that game? He dies a lot. But I still put him on my team every damn time. And it's not just because he's one of my favorite characters and for story reasons. It's because he's a menace when he actually gets down to it. He can cast spells like no other. Doesn't matter that he dies. His DPS is crazy. And so we need to follow in his footsteps. We really... I don't have a single shoe with this? Really? Special power-up, I guess? Sure. Even though the crazy arrows are good. I'll just wear the kid clams. I've never used these before, I don't think. Okay, surely, like, though, I can go to shoes, and there's gonna be, like, one that has special charge up. No. Special power-up, and I'm already wearing that. No, really? Alright. Whatever. Oh, actually, I should not be going over here. Yes, Team Wizard, win that times 100. We can still pull back. We can still win Tricolor. Look, if we win Tricolor, I'm pretty sure we can quite easily get this. No. You're on thin fucking ice, mister. Miss. Whichever you prefer. Splatfest. Why do they use this every line? I've done every Splatfest. Stop giving me that line, merch. What? Oh, it's the same ability. I'm looking at the wrong place. Just one more, just so I don't waste all of my chunks on it. Speaking of chunks, I'm very surprised I did not throw up last night. I definitely got to that point when I was trying to fall asleep, but I managed. Ooh. I will say, Knights do have a lot of strong representation. A lot of cool characters for them. And yet, that's still somehow not enough for them to be in the lead. Oh, and a 333. See, Wizards can come back. Wizards can come back. We have this, fellas. Sell your soul. It's not too late. Duende. Okay. Yeah, I think my abilities are good. I mean, I guess I could add a few more to low viz, but it's like, look, I already have one main ability, which is special charge up. I have 4 subs, 2 of which being boosted by the Splatfest tea, and then a little bit of, yeah, we're fine. And then the rest is just run speed. And it's a special, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be flying through. It almost makes me want Hydra Splatling, because run speed is good for that. But we're also gonna be doing Tricolor, and I'm gonna need movement, is the thing. Gluga Dualies probably wouldn't be too bad, actually. I also could go back to the S-Blast, which I wouldn't hate. I enjoyed my time at the S-Blast. And Sloshing Machine, you know, it's probably solid. It's just a bit... It's a just different enough feeling weapon that it feels weird to use, but it's a cool one. Because I'm trying to think, what are the stages again? Scorch Gorge. Where am I going? And Mincemeat. I don't even remember. Oh man, wasn't the Mincemeat one... I forget if that one was good or bad. Actually, you know what? If we're doing Scorch Gorge, Hydra might be good. Screw it, why not? I'll play a couple rounds. And I might be busy, so I'm probably good on the other modes right now, as much as I would like to go for at least times 100 in Pro. I don't feel like grinding for that. I legitimately rather get homework done. Even though I'm sick as shit of college. It's like I still want to pass. Okay, speaking of college stuff, I kind of forgot to make dinner plans for after work, and because I was going to stream, so I just ended up looking through my cabinet. I realized I really didn't have too much. I'm gonna have to make a grocery run soon. But on the bright side, I saw that I had pasta, and I had plenty of pasta sauce that I've been waiting to use. So I'm like, okay, fine, it is time. And even better, I've been trying to do, because usually when I make pasta, it's usually just penne. Nice and solid. I like the shape and texture and all that. Whatever, it works. I try to make it either with... Well, I generally try to make it with broccoli, but the problem is I only have 2 pots. Oh, cancel. Okay, we're gonna be here for a while. But I only have 2 pots to boil stuff in. And I usually boil my broccoli and the pasta. So that doesn't really leave room for me to boil sauce. At least in my usual way. And on top of that, I at least want a little bit of space with the burners, so, you know. But this time, I boiled the pots in a timely manner so that I could finish boiling the broccoli, put it off to the side, and boil the sauce just in time. So I was able to get the complete experience. I'll tell you what I did. I had the penne. It was all boiled. Threw some mozzarella on there. Season it. Get some pepper on there, some garlic powder, and some oregano. The essentials. I mean, really, pepper's the only essential, but, you know, add some fun in there. Probably oregano is essential, I don't know. Throw that in a microwave to melt the cheese. You don't want to bake it. Unless it's like a slow bake. I ain't got time for that. Of course, it's a mirror match. But hey, I'm back on Scorch Gorge Tricolor. Fruity and zesty. There we go. I'm gonna get so much special. But yeah, I took it out of the microwave after about a minute and a half. Either a minute and a half or a minute and 15 seconds. Yeah, a minute and 15 seconds, more accurately. Did that. I got the sauce on it after that, mixed it all up so that the cheese didn't all like stay at the bottom. Get a nice and consistent blend going. And then I had my stuff. And then I also had the broccoli on there, of course. I'm just gonna be so good for Team Defend. Oh, it's time.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
How did he even die? Did he get hit by the bomb itself? Whoa! I really hope I didn't see them squid jumping into the point. I'm staying here. I have a long-range weapon. What are you gonna do about it? This is a great map and a great position for this. Come and fight me, fucker. Yes, yes. If I was on attacking, this would probably not be doing as good. Please. I'm just trying to use the bomb and it's not working. I don't know if that's because of the Joy-Con or my fingers or not. It's the Joy-Con. I think what's happening is I keep getting out of squid form by trying to press the button, and it's just messing me up. Alright.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I'm trying to commit to the bit. I need this win. I need to I need to finish the contract. I wonder how many bombs I actually used. Come on, Junebug. Ooh, good time to use a special. How are you living? I missed this map. And it's nice to play it in an opportunity where my Switch isn't dying. Oh yeah, I need a new emote. Don't feel like I really built special up a lot. Maybe if I had Aerospray RG, that would be different. Novice Woodcutter. But yeah, the that pasta with the cheese and the broccoli and the sauce. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. And I like usually I'll make like enough to like reasonably cook, but I always have leftover. I didn't have any leftover this time. I had to leave it out for a bit to for my stomach to make room, but then it's like, ooh. I'll use this one for as long as I'm using the Hydra, which might not be very long. I'll try to get one win for it for thumbnails. Because don't you know, most of the thumbnails I make from my streams, I just take screen caps from the actual stream. Because is it because I'm lazy? Probably. But it's also because it's like, it needs to be from the actual fest, because I need to show that I'm wearing the shirt, and it's gotta look like my inkling there. And I don't have a modded Switch yet, so I can't do it manually. And then, oh, hang on, let me just test audio here real quick. Oh, the stream isn't showing on my preview. Okay, hang on. Is it working now? Keep talking, Zeter. Please, just let the preview load. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I'm just paranoid with the new computer and everything that it's actually playing. Last stream seemed to work well, so. But yeah, speaking of the new computer, there's something I forgot to mention about it in regards to setting it up. And that is with the OS mirror match. Okay, well, good time to talk about it. So, OSs are a tricky beast, and because of one thing, price. Now, I don't know how much macOS costs, but I'm not going to use macOS because I don't think I ever used an Apple product, and I don't intend to change that for an OS, especially for macOS. There's something that's like very set in its ways. Not my thing. I shouldn't be here. Then again. No! No, it's ruined! Everything's ruined and it's the Joy-Con's fault. Okay, I gotta make it work.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Okay. But yeah, and then the Windows OS, to properly use it and activate it, is actually, I believe, $100? Which I did end up paying for with my previous PC. Stay alive. No. Recon! You were doing too much recon, dickhead. And then, of course, there's Linux, which is entirely free. And there are multiple... The issue there is there's multiple versions of Linux, and then also, Linux can be a tricky thing to learn, which is kind of why I haven't made the switch yet, because I would like to use it, so I'm not stuck to Microsoft and their bullshit. And in fact, it's going to inevitably happen. I hope I said that right. I'm still having trouble with that fucking word. Because I've seen what they've been doing with Windows 11, and it is, in my opinion, atrocious. Some of the things that they are either doing or trying to do.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag.
Nice try.
Messiah.
Nice try. You think I'm not gonna reverse wizard you? I don't think so, bud. And I'm just gonna build up for it again, because fuck you. No, he got by the one guy he shouldn't have. Alright.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Bro thought he was slick. Oh! Good save, team. But yeah, I mean, I'm cool using Windows 10. I like Windows 10 well enough, but by the time it stops getting support and they're like, oh, you have to swap to Windows 11 now, you know what? I'm good. Spam it! Oh, fuck. I didn't want to play the sound effect because I knew I wasn't going to get it fully charged. Maybe if I did, I would have used it. Oh, we still crushed. Oh, okay. Crush. Don't make me play the Yoda clip again. So yeah, I would like to I would like to get into Linux. I just know it would be a learning curve. It would take some time, and I'm not ready to make that commitment yet. Though I feel like within the next couple of years, I'm going to have to. So yeah. In that case, you're probably wondering, well, okay, so you paid the $100 for Windows, right? No. I didn't feel like it, because I've already paid for Windows before. Why do I gotta pay for it again? It's like, it's already kind of silly. Oh, I need to actually load into a match. It's kind of silly. It's already $100 per OS, or to get the OS. You're telling me I gotta pay for it every single time for every new computer? That's a load of shit. And so I thought about getting a cracked version, but here's the thing. Turns out you can actually do a free version of Windows, which is what my computer is currently running. Because when I'm buying a computer that's worth like almost $2,000, it was over $2,000 overall. When I'm making a big purchase like that, I don't want anything to go wrong. So I don't want to do like a cracked version when I'm a little more unfamiliar with it. Maybe I can buy like a cheap $100 PC for server stuff and try to do it then, but not for this. I don't have that level of expertise yet. But I saw in a tutorial where it's like, oh, I can just use this free version. And that, it mostly works like a normal version of Windows. However, there are two things. One, there's a watermark. It doesn't seem to be, because I'm running two screens right now. It only seems to be on the one screen. Sometimes it's two. Like if I use Wallpaper Engine, because I wanted to circumvent some of the limitations of it, so I wanted to use Wallpaper Engine. But that puts the watermark on both screens. We're gonna be here in mirror mode all night. The wizards have set up a mirror trap, and we just have to keep fighting in order to contain the other team. Keep mirror matching, boys. It's part of the plan. It's going to work. We're here for a reason. So the watermark is a little bothersome, but it should be fine. I can still record my usual clips in TF2. Hang on.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Go for the ultra signal. I'm just worried that they're gonna get it when I'm not aiming at it, and then because of my Joy-Con aim, I'm just not going to get anything for it. Which is not me blaming the controller. That's me trying to be in preparation of the controller. Aim. Oh, yes, walk right into the... Alright. Auto bombs are smart. Whatever, it's automation. I shouldn't be surprised. This is why AI is bullshit. Reject robots and AI. Return to...
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
And so the other flaw of this free version of Windows is a lack of customization. You see, if you're running this version of Windows, not only do you have the watermark, but you cannot customize. You can't add new backgrounds, or you can't change your backgrounds. Go for it. Go for it. We're thriving. People standing still is when it's good to have a long-range weapon. You can't change the background. You can't change having dark mode or not, which really blows. I almost thought you couldn't change sound settings, even. Thankfully, that was bullshit. Or, I don't know. I downloaded Ear Trumpet just so I can further change audio settings and stuff. And that seems to work perfectly fine. I haven't had any issues since downloading it. Guys, you need to stop dying. If you're dying, I can't try to... I see what you're doing. It's like, I can't aim at people if we're getting spawn camped. Because I can't take the time to charge. I saw the Splatana users aim. I saw them missing a stationary target earlier. I see the streamer blaming his team. The mirror never lies. I say with the lowest egg covered of the server. Attention-seeking guild. Fuck off. Come on. On the bright side, though, aside from the customization stuff, and the watermark, I think that's pretty much the only difference. Otherwise, it just runs like normal Windows. So at this point, why would I want to pay... And I can get, if I really want, I can get backgrounds and stuff. I still can't get light mode for my OS, for like the taskbar and stuff, which is a shame, but I can still change my background with like wallpaper engine, though it does take a bit of GPU usage. So it's like, do I really want to pay the $100 just to get rid of a watermark? And to have my taskbar be dark. Oh, look, a real match. It's like, maybe, but I'm kind of good with this for now. I want to see how long I can take it. Who said that? Oh, it finally gives us a real match, and it's for a map we haven't played on. Who needs practice? And also why we're not getting the Splatfest bonus. What are you saying?
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
You never know if they're going to secretly walk towards there. It can be a good idea to do this stuff. Are you trying to point sensor me? Just build your bomb. Build your bomb, get the spells. You dodged right in front of me. What did you think was gonna happen, son? Okay. Wait, there's someone there? Alright. Maybe I take it back with this map. It's actually really good as a defender for me. Maybe I should stop complaining about getting defender, because this seems to... Good job, fellas.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Oh, he's gonna die. Ah, shit. They did die. Oh, I can feel the middle finger cramp while holding the controller down. That's not me trying to say like, oh, I'm giving these guys a middle finger or whatever. I'm getting so tired of it. No, it's just that's how I hold the Joy-Con. Which is only really a problem with games like this. Not so much like playing Breath of the Wild or anything. That's where you're wrong. Huh? Alright, just means I get to save it for later. You're walking right into me!
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I think purple beat us just in the end. Yeah, they really came through. And you know what? I'll say good on my team, because we held pretty well considering someone decided to leave halfway through. Great, great. I'm on the team with the deserters again. I don't know why they would have. We were doing fine. Yeah. Bro, Squiffer, why are you doing this? You're Plague Knight looking ass. Come on. You can do better than this. I know you can. I don't care that we got 333. Who gives a shit? Good on the rest of my team though. We held pretty well, considering we were outnumbered. Do. I want to see if we get a mirror match again. Okay. In that case, let me talk about something. So I use the website backlogged to like record the games I played and all that. It's convenient. It's a nice, convenient website. Gotta get a little used to the formatting, but then it's good for that. However, the site is also a lot like Mal or like Rate Your Music, where it's like it's good to record all that stuff once you get used to the formatting. However, don't look at anyone's actual opinions, because then you're gonna get mad. Because you're gonna see a lot of pretension, a lot of bad takes, and a lot of people who. You know, have fun with it, I guess. And backlog can be very much that as well. Just sometimes, you know, I'll look at the front page, see what kind of playlists pop up, which are the popular ones, and they vary in quality. Some of the people who are popular on that site or like get a lot of attention, I don't get it. I mean, to each their own, but it's like at the same time, I'm like, I mean, you know, you do you, pal. Get me out. Oh, thank you. There we go. Ooh, yeah. You know what? I think we're gonna do well for this Tricolor. I think we're doing pretty solidly, our team. I'm mainly seeing my team, but hey, we're playing pretty well. At least on defending. Not that we get the defending boost, which would have been nice, but oh well. I don't think it's gonna matter this time. Do it. Come back. I'll chase you to the ends of the earth, shocker! Oh no. Yep, just gotta run. That run speed up is definitely helping. Good job, fellas. Ooh! A beacon. Shocker! Oh no, not nose itch, not now. Trade. Yes, infighting for my own team. All right, we're gonna just do this real quick. I had my finger on the trigger. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too much shit. Oh no, people's opinions. Oh no. But I bring this up because earlier today, on the front page, one of the recommended playlists was like, great video game art styles. And when it shows you a playlist, it shows the first 5 games that are up there. And the first 5 games I see are Pokemon Black and White, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Hollow Knight, and Minecraft. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna be one of these lists. I'm like, okay. I got you 411. I already know where this is going. It's gonna be a lot of Nintendo, which, you know, I appreciate, but it's like, it's going to be a very boxed-in opinion. Like, I know exactly what this kind of person is like. And sure enough, I go on the site, and there's a lot of it. And granted, there's nothing wrong with that. But then, it's also the kind of thing where it's like, I get the feeling this person... How do I put this without sounding too much like an asshole? How do I put it? I got a mirror match. I got time for it. Keep the mirror match. Keep the mirror match barrier up, fellas. We got this. If we win this Splatfest, it is the most collective effort of any Splatfest. For reasons that are mystical. Oh no. Good job. I'm still trying to think of the word, by the way. I guess less of a word and more, okay. A type of person where it's like, they'll say stuff like, oh, modern games are bad. There's so much wrong with this industry, and then they just list off a bunch of their favorite games, and it's like a lot of Nintendo games, and it's like, you clearly have a bias. Don't talk like you don't. Again, I don't think it's I'm saying it the most clearly, but it's along those lines. Oh, we were all dead.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Did I hear a second? Did I hear a second voice line? What the fuck? And look, it's a perfectly fine list and all that. It's just like, dang it. It's just like, that's the kind of thing what I mean by like, why is this the stuff on the front page? Or it's like, I understand why it's on the front page, because it's like, it gets a lot of likes, perfectly fine. But, I don't know. I think I'm complaining about, just... I feel like I'm complaining just to complain. It's like, it's okay, Zeter, sometimes you can see something and you don't fully agree with it. It's fine! There's a little corn. We haven't gotten either of these to be fair, I did not think you could actually ink this turf. It looks very uninkable. Who on my team left? Bro, it's a mirror match, who cares?
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Oh, I realized what happened. I have the button. I have the button to press that thing, to the audio clip. And that same button was unmuting my stream. So that's why I was hearing two things. Who disconnected? Whomst. It better not have been the guy that booyah'd me after saving me. Please, don't make me lose hope in wizard kind. Of course, this guy named Diddy Pengy. Okay. Bro ran out of oil. I think part of the, I'll go back on some of what I said about the playlist. Part of the reason is just I am wording this poorly. There are issues I have with it, but I can't form the words for them properly. It's the kind of reason why I don't like being especially cynical about this kind of stuff. Unless I know what I'm talking about, because it's like... It's the kind of thing that I feel like should be more well-worded and, like, written out beforehand. And it's like, at that point, why bother? Because it's like, you're just kind of... Again, the more time you put into it, the more it's like, why? So I'll take back some of the stuff I was saying. I think I'm just being a hater. Oh, hey. Non-mirror match. Cool. Oh shit, we're on attack. Wow, we are on attack for the first time tonight. Only took 40 minutes. You could wait for my partner. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna throw the bomb and you go in.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
It's fine, I got charge up. I lost nothing by dying. Well, we are putting the pressure on him. I'm gonna stay up right here, nice and safe. Nice and safe. you have inkjet? That kind of works.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Fuck it. The more we go on it, the less it's going to take to actually get it, so that's fine. We can just build another case. Decade experience. Wow, Team Pass is really getting full of themselves, huh? How about you get full of oil?
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Oh no.
Swag Messiah.
I didn't realize that the other team was just going to immediately get it, but good. We need to get stuff off the defending team. I forgot. For some reason, I thought the defending team was on the left. He's not escaping here alive. Yeah, I was shooting at the entirely wrong team. Nice! Alright. Celebrate.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I probably shouldn't have been taking him out, but it's fine. We clutch up.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean about contractual obligations? It brings victory! When you properly sell out, you get the results you want. Just watch out for that green stuff in your food, especially the cheese. Can't sell out too much. You gotta do it just right. Remember, avoid the devil at all costs. The devil being the wrath of the people. Should have stayed with that guy. I don't know why I left. But good, we won one of our and it was attacking too, so we had the bonus. Didn't I get this exact 333 announcement? Unless that's just a team, like a group of friends going at it. In which case, damn, two 333s within 2 hours? How are you doing that when I haven't gotten one? Some people have it all. Okay, so the one thing I will bring up about the playlist, and the reason I wanted to bring it up in the first place is just because it's like, I see Pokemon Black and White at the start and I'm like, oh. They're probably a Pokemon fan. And then sure enough, I do see other Pokemon games on there, like Fire Red. Like to see it. Art style, you know, respect it. Fire Red's a weird one to have for like best art styles or whatever, but okay. At least they didn't have Leaf Green, the fake Pokemon game, on there. Guys, it's a ROM hack. Fire Red was the only Gen 1 remake in Gen 3. Leaf Green was a ROM hack, and you've all been gaslit into thinking otherwise. It doesn't exist. It's not real. Those cartridges you have, they're bootlegs. Bootlegs of the ROM hack. You know, like how you have like that bootleg, like how there's the bootleg of like Super Mario Land that replaces Mario with Pikachu. It's like that. You've been lied to this whole time. Only Charizard was the only one who had a game. What? Okay, okay, sure. They had Leaf Green. I bet you they also had Wave Blue. No, they didn't. That would be stupid. It just got especially popular for some reason. It was just a popular bootleg. It's just Fire Red. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, you know, I see Pokemon, and I see Legends Arceus on there, which makes sense. Legends Arceus had a good style. However, this one had a note. There's like 60-something games on this list, and only like a couple of them had notes, and this one had it. And I'm like, this is gonna be about how the game has bad graphics, isn't it? Sure enough, they're like, maybe this only has a good art style to excuse the bad graphics. I'm like, this is why I don't fucking like Pokemon fans. It's like, just say it has a good art style. You don't have to put an asterisk on it. Oh hey, another mirror match, cool. It's like, that's the shit that makes me hate, like, discussing or going any, like, topic with Pokemon or whatever, where it's like, no matter what, people are going to bring up the things they don't like. Or controversial shit. Or anything like that, and they can't just talk about something they enjoy. They have to, I guess like how I am on the stream by talking about this, they have to be cynical about it. And like, bro, you have Fire Red on this list. Which again, I respect to an extent. Aerospray, huh? You're coming into our base, sharking it up with Aerospray. Come back. Yeah, we're just doing it.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
He went up and around with me? Why? Teammate's dead. I really shouldn't be going for this. Move! I almost thought that said KYS. It's like not having any intensify actions really messing up my movement. I'm so used to having it. I like my movement tech, what can I say? Alright. I just need to get on it. I just need to get on it. Just spam it. Spam it. Team pass again. Of course it is. Walk up. Step up, homeboy. Happy Splatoween. No, it's not. You can cover the turf all you want. I have special up.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
It doesn't really help that both me and my teammate have long-range weapons, so it's not like we can really cooperate too much. I guess if we're not gonna get the signal at this point. I need to get into areas they're not really thinking of. Oh, I did shred the Inkway. Okay, if I kept shooting at him, I might have actually taken him out. I'm understanding how that works more. In year 3. This works fine enough for us, though. Again, Ninja has the defending bonus, so us taking a dip here isn't too bad. Again, I could go off more about like the list and all that, but again, I feel like I've already talked more shit than I meant. And I take back a lot of the harsh stuff I said, but the stuff about, like, the Pokemon fanisms and all of that. That's not, like, a thing specific to the list. That was just something that just generally bugs me. And it just seemed like a good example of it. Actually, and I guess if I were to go on a further Pokemon tangent, oh my. Keep pressing the wrong button there. I guess just it's annoying to me, like, the amount of, like, pettiness that Pokemon fans have, and, like, the amount of small shit they'll talk about and completely dog on when it's just, like, a very minor aspect of everything. Like how when people bring up Typhlosion, or I guess now they talk about other things, but the leaks are a whole different thing. When people, like, talked about Typhlosion, you know, in the past couple of years, from the past couple of years to, like, a month ago, when people talked about it, they were always like, oh, he looks so terrible in 3D, or oh, I hate how he looks, and, like, he don't have his flames out until at least, like, Legends Arceus. I'm like, it's like, man, and it's like, it'll go to example for, like, oh, Pokemon in 3D, bad. And I'm like, it is one, or stuff like that, or flying Pokemon's animations where they're like, oh, X and Y, fuck these Pokemon up because they always have to look like they're flying because they did Sky Battles and it was rushed or whatever. And I'm like, it's just an idle animation. Hell, even with the Typhlosion thing, yeah, like, it doesn't look as cool without the flames, but it's like, the Pokemon doesn't always have its flames out. In battle, yeah, maybe it should. Like, there is a bit of a precedence for that if it's in battle. But also, it's like, it's not like a newer Pokemon game thing. Like, the Stadium games did that. Which I believe also meant that Coliseum and Gale of Darkness did as well. Like, this isn't just, like, a newer Pokemon thing. It's been like that since the fucking beginning. Since Gen 2, when the Pokemon came out. And then same with, like, flying Pokemon. It's like, yeah, they could look cooler, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's an idle animation. And not the fun kind of idol. Like, the ones that sing. The ones we know and love in this game. The ones you see in the bottom right corner because I was on a losing team. To be fair, it'd be there if I was on the winning team as well. But that didn't happen, did it? Okay. What? There was another guy? What? He body blocked? Okay, true. Fair enough. I'll give him that one. Well played. All right.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I'm just trying to stall enough so the rest of my team, and they're dead. My whole team, they could have definitely gone for the Ultra Signal earlier, like, before I had lived. They floundered that one. It's a mirror match, but, like, still. We need to keep up the barrier with good plays. Test your metal, damn it. I don't care that we're not knights. I guess when it comes to, like, that type of Pokemon discourse I was talking about, it makes me a little bit... I enjoy being a Splatoon fan, because I feel like I don't have to deal with that kind of stuff nearly as much. Where it's, like, people talking about lore, or like, being kind of debatable about that kind of stuff. Or where it's, like, some of the smaller complaints is, like, oh, like we were talking about earlier. With the lack of, like, feminine clothing. It's, like, you know, understandable things. But it's like, even then when people are kind of annoyed by it, it's not like vitriol or anything. I don't get that with Pokemon anymore. Like, the worst I see in Splatoon is, like, religious discourse. To be fair, I haven't seen, like, that in a while. I feel like worst I see coming from, like, Splat posts is, like, people complaining about how it's, like, political or whatever, when it's not really. It's like, you know, let people post what they post. It's, I guess this is contradictory to what I was saying about, like, the backlog stuff, but again, I mean to take that back. I was talking too much. I was being perhaps too harsh. I will apologize for what I said. But it's like, when it comes to posts that show up in the plaza, it's like, people, yeah, that. It's like, you're not gonna see something unless it's actually, like, a popular post or whatever. If you really have an issue with it, you can report it, and maybe it'll get knocked off, you know. It works itself out. Why am I on Magalor's team? We're not gonna win this. I mean, yeah, he is a wizard, but he's not... He's gonna betray me! I don't trust this motherfucker. This absolute bastard. He's a brush user, too. He would be. I don't know what that means, but he would be. Would? No. Yep.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Oh, he still nailed it.
Swag Messiah.
I don't think it really matters, because we couldn't do any pushing. Unless Magalor wants to do some crazy shit. Freaky shit. You know what, there's enough out. Whatever. I retract my statement. I thought I could move fast enough. Good job, Knights.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
What are you doing? We're both attacking, you idiots! Fine, okay, you get it. As long as one of us gets it. I don't care. As long as one of us wins. We just need to beat Defender. I shouldn't be explaining this in year fucking 3. Oh, Team Knight is vicious. I don't care if you're vicious. It could bite you in the ass. Ooh. That's my Cosmic Overlord. And speaking of overlords...
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
By the way, there's apparently an Overlord movie in theaters right now. Why? Is Overlord really that popular of an anime? I don't think it is. I could be wrong.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Yes, build my special. Solve my puzzles. No. Oh yeah, Magalor. If we win this one, I'll stick with him. Fuck it.
Legalize nuclear
One more
bombs.
for the road!
Swag Messiah.
I think Knights won it, but still, we did well enough. I'm gonna stick with him. I don't want to overhear the gloating, Knights, though. You're still making some dumbass plays. I don't care if you got that Ultra Signal. Good job. You know what I'm glad about this stream, at least? I'm glad I am giving the Hydra another shot. It actually seems to be working out pretty well. On attack and defense. Also because we're spamming Booyah Bomb. But my aim hasn't been too... There he goes. Maybe I'll see him again. Maybe it's best I don't. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, a lot of anime movies have been coming out. Maybe the Overlord one is good. But what do I know? But I'll tell you what I do know about. Movies! Oh, you know it's time. It's time for the movie discussion. And I've seen a lot of movies since last time. It's only been a month, but I've actually gotten quite a watch list. And no Pokemon, also. I'm in season 3 of Pokemon, by the way, or Gen 3 of Pokemon. It's very weird. The art style change happened like right before they were going to do the Pokemon League for Gen 2, which was very odd. It was like right before. It was like right a little bit after they picked up Larvitar and had like a little mini arc. Which, by the way, I need to show something before this happens. Let's see if I can pick it up. There's a specific picture I saw, or screen cap, and I need to show it. So they get there's like a whole mini arc where they find an egg, it hatches into a Larvitar, and they have to reunite it with his mother. It's got issues. It's a whole side mission, while Ash and Co are on their way to Pokemon League. There's an episode where the Ash is about to hatch, the egg is about to hatch. Mirror match, who cares? And Ash decides to do a little something and like to try and like warm up the egg. He does this. That is a 2K screenshot. Hang on. That's the wrong... There we go. Yeah, he does this. And it just looks like he's Mpreg. And I had to pause. I'm like, oh, hell no. Pokemon giving Ash the Mpreg. So yeah, and then it's like midway through the side arc is when the art style change happens, which would later then be the normal art style for Gen 3. Which felt weird, because it's like, you're almost at the end of this generation, why are we changing it now? But, it's still cool. And the League was cool. I'll talk more about that later. I just wanted to bring that up, because I really wanted to show you guys Ash Mpreg. Anyhow, I don't have any Pokemon movies to talk about. I'm still, a decent bit away from watching the next one, which I believe is Jirachi. So let's talk about actual movies I watched. Let's talk about not anime for a little bit. Last time, during Grandfest, I did... Hang on.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I mentioned I wanted to go see the 430 movie, which is a Kevin Smith movie. And I wanted to see it because, well, it's the 430 movie. And we had showings for it at my theater at 430. So it's like, how can I not see it? And you know what? I can very confidently and gladly say, triumphantly say, I went to go see the 430 movie at the 430 show. And I couldn't be happier. Except, I could be, because unfortunately, the whole 430 part of the movie was a lie. They don't go to see that at 430. Okay, so, the plan for the, in the plot of the movie. Oh boy.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Did not work like I wanted to. But oh well. But the plan for the movie is, the main character, which I believe is based off, like, Kevin Smith as a younger, like, teenager. Or, like, an older teenager. And the plan is, he's trying to get with this girl. Ooh. Good follow. And they make a plan to go see the 430 movie, because they want to go see it. And so that's where the name of the movie comes from. However, they don't even go to see it. They try to, but because of, like, shenanigans in the movie, they never see it. And so they change the plans. I even think halfway through the damn movie.
Bombs.
Swag Messiah.
To instead go to the 710 movie, or 715, something like that. They don't even see the 430 movie in the 430 movie! It's all a fucking lie! I saw the 430 movie at 430, why couldn't they? I like the movie. I just felt lied to and betrayed. Like Magalore usually does to me, but he did good in the last match. Can't even... Whatever. It was a great... It was a good movie. I did enjoy it. I will say in the first half, there's quite a bit of, like, sex jokes and all that. And you know me, I like me a good sex joke, but it got a little heavy-handed at points. That was something, actually, because my coworkers saw the movie. Some of my coworkers saw the movie as well. They did not like it, really. I did. And that was definitely an issue, which I can understand them on, and I kind of... It was a little heavy-handed, not that I didn't mind the jokes. You know, some of them were funny, it's just, again, a little bit much for the first half, but they cool off by the second half. Oh. Dash, 20. I think I'm getting the same... That's the same people with the 333 announcement from last time. If I exit the lobby, are we gonna get different ones? Because I feel like I'm getting a false representation of how well my team is doing. Or how bad they're doing. Just 1 times 100. Is it different people? Oh, hell yeah, Paper Jam. Okay, we're getting different people. We got Snufkin on the Wizard. Of course we do. Of course we have Snufkin. It's not about the fashion, it's about the function. Who needs the wizard hat when you have wizard bones? That's right. Team Skeleton's back at it again. Another mirror match. I enjoyed the movie did take place in the 80s. It didn't feel heavy-handed. It just kind of felt like, oh, this is this. Not like 80s as an aesthetic, more of like this is the actual setting. Like the 80s as a film auteur, or we would say in one of my English classes for college, the setting felt like a character. The time frame and the town they were in, they felt like a character. The movie theater itself felt like a character. And they do a lot of fun things with movies as well. Because when they're going to... Before they go to the 430 movie, which they're going to sneak into... No, we're not doing that.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
You think you're fucking funny? You know what? You know what? You think you're being funny? Just because you're on my team, you can be funny with me? I don't think so. He's gonna be coming back with a vengeance, and everything he does to me is deserved.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
You see what I mean? He learned. He's like, oh, I'm gonna throw up behind you. Well played, well played. And before they go into try and sneak into the 430 movie originally, they actually do watch like a regular movie. A movie which, by the way, it's like a fake like space adventurer movie type thing. It has Logic in it, like the rapper. I'm like, what is Bobby Logic doing in this movie? Thanks, Moose. I needed that. I really needed that. It was fun seeing him in the movie, though, just especially after watching, or listening to Ultra 85 a bunch. Gotta say, I really like that album.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
We do it again.
Swag Messiah.
And even before the movie, they show like a bunch of like fake movie trailers. It's fun. I think it's pretty typical of like a Kevin Smith movie. I would not know this is actually my first one. For some reason, I haven't seen Clerks at all. And some of the movie references or tongue-in-cheek humor of like, oh, that would never, of like referencing like a moment in history and being like, oh, that would never happen, or like something that happens in the future, like we would know, but like they wouldn't know in the 80s and like part of the comedy. It could be a bit much. I thought it was fine. I thought the acting was all pretty good. I guess with the writing, there's like a part of the movie feels like they are actually trying to do a movie, but then part of it feels like, oh, they're just trying to have a fun time. Where it's like they kind of want to do bits here and there. It's like, okay, this is a moment for like a bit or a couple bits. This is a moment for telling the story and all that. I don't think it works all the time, but I was more with it than it wasn't. Again, I can't say the same for my coworkers. More of them were not into this movie. And if you're not willing to go along with the movie, I can definitely see it not really striking a chord for a fair amount of people. But overall, I did really like it just because the movie felt earnest. Not just for its love of movies, but for its purpose. And by the end of the film, you can kind of see, like, how the movie is... From what I can tell, the director wanting to... Or Kevin Smith. It's Kevin Smith, right? Again, very unfamiliar with his works, but it's good to actually finally watch one. But it seems like it comes from, like, a place of... A personal place of he wanted to tell a story very similar to something that happened to him in real life and being able to put that on the screen. And I really like that about the film. I think especially by the end, it really strikes home with some of that stuff. Oh, hell no, not Kokichi again. With our magic, we have more strength in Gojo's toe than you do in an entire server of knights and ninjas. I know we talked about Whisper of the Heart last time, and the weird thing is, I think I liked the 430 movie. I didn't like it quite as much. I would say it was more of like a fine enough 7. Again, I still say Whisper of the Heart is a 9 for me, and I would not say 430 movie is a 9 out of 10 for me, not at all. But both movies, despite varying in quality quite a bit, I like for very similar reasons, which is really weird to think about. I guess that's kind of the beauty of movies, where it's like they can be two totally different things and be a very different quality, but still adore both for very similar reasons. So yeah, I had a good time with it. I'm glad I did get to see it at 4:30. I guess the better thing to do would probably be to watch Clerks at this point. But hey, one was in the theater, one wasn't. And for me, the theater... Being able to say, oh, I saw this in the theater, is enough of a draw for me. Granted, there will be a movie I'm going to talk about in a couple... later down the list, where I may regret that. Or where that is more of a regret than a bonus.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Speaking of regrets. Dry ass lip happiness. I feel like I need to clutch up, but at the same time, I'm doing well enough. Because people like to stand still for me. Yeah, I'll admit it.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
You're lucky you could spam with arrow spray, or you would be dead on the spot. Wait, that was a mirror match. Yeah, no, it has to have been a mirror match. I don't believe it wasn't. Oh yeah, no, it has to be, because I'm using orange ink. Duh. I think the shades help me. Wait, can I wear these shades? Hang on a minute. I can. Could have been doing this the whole time. Fuck it, why not? Lock in, boys. Alright, so the next 3 movies I'm actually going to be talking about. 2.5. You'll see. The next couple movies I'm going to talk about actually are all somewhat related because of how I watched them. You see, while looking at the list of movies my theater had, I noticed they had multiple showings of movies, or multiple movies that were going to be playing in IMAX. And I'm like, you know what? I could do a multi-viewing IMAX experience, why not? And so, what ended up being a plan ended up actually happening, and I did an IMAX triple feature. Where I got to see 3 different movies in IMAX all in a row. Not necessarily like, just get out of my seat, go back in and all that. I had enough time in between one showing to like get some groceries and all that. Which was time well spent, even though I was a little late for the second one, and that's going to be funny when I actually mention what the second one is. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. So I ended up seeing 3 movies in IMAX. The first one being The Wild Robot. Now this is an interesting movie, mainly just because it made me realize I've seen the past few DreamWorks animated movies. Like, a decent amount of the past few. Because, like, I saw The Bad Guys, I saw Puss in Boots 2, I saw Ruby Gilman, and then I saw Kung Fu Panda 4. And then I saw The Wild Robot. So I've seen the last 5 in a row. Which I'm kind of impressed by myself for. Like, I didn't mean to do that, I just kind of did. And something I didn't realize while watching it is that The Wild Robot was actually directed, if I'm correct, by the same person who directed Lilo and Stitch, which is getting a live-action remake soon.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Yeah. I'm not happy about it either. That was a very stupid thing of me to do. Oh well. It's a mirror match. Take it. I don't care. But, it was fun watching The Wild Robot. However, there was one frustrating thing about it. You see, when it comes to IMAX, it wasn't about the movie itself, it was about the IMAX experience. Animated movies can be kind of a crapshoot, because sometimes you don't know if they're going to get the full screen or not. This movie did not. It was just standard view. It was just in an IMAX theater. Which is still a bonus, because you get a big soundscape and all that, and it's still a big screen. It's just like you're not getting the full. You're not getting as much screen as you could. So that kind of bugged me a little bit. It's a minor gripe, though. I did quite like the movie. It was very much a I've seen this before type of thing. But at the same time, I think it was done well enough. Not just in how it was told, but like how it looked. It was a very nice looking movie. I like how it was like, it wasn't necessarily going for realism, but there was still like a realistic quality, like some of the motion and all that. But something I also appreciated was like, and this goes for the writing too, it wasn't ashamed to be a cartoon. And what I mean by that is like, while it's mainly trying to like tell like a good story and not trying to like be like something real and all that. Where it's like, you have like talking animals, except they're not talking, the robots reading them. But it's like somehow all the animals can understand each other, like they're speaking the same language. It doesn't really make sense, but that's the kind of thing where it's like, this makes sense as a cartoon. Where it's like, there's enough of a suspension of disbelief here to where it's like, I'm willing to go along with this, even though it doesn't make the most sense. It's like, whatever. But there's still realism in like how some of the characters act, though some of it is cartoonish. As well as in some of the movement with the animation, where there is a style, but like, things still move in an understandable, realistic way. There was a really good blend to it, and I want to point that out as a very good thing for this movie, because there are some movies or shows, or even game stories, where I'm like, they tried to meet the blend of cartoonish and realistic, and it doesn't work. Where it's like, sometimes it feels like they try to do things that aren't realistic as a way to be like, no, we're being stylized about it, and because we're being stylized about it, it prevents us from being critiqued because it's supposed to be artistic, even though I think it's more a case of not really knowing if you want to, like, it was kind of an issue I had with like the movie Dream Scenario, where it's like, sometimes it's a very simple and fun movie, but then other times it's asking too much of the watcher to like interpret itself, but then other times it's gonna spell it out, and sometimes the blend between the two of like, when is it being spelled out, or when does the audience need to interpret it? Again, maybe I'm not explaining myself the best here, but it's like, that line can be very blurry at times for certain movies. And I feel like The Wild Robot did a very good job of keeping the line set. Or I guess of blurring the lines enough and having the best of both worlds, where it didn't feel like a water mixing with oil type situation, if that works well enough. Also, I didn't even realize, there was a pretty good voice cast. The voice acting was all solid across the board, even some of the more unknown actors. I didn't realize Pedro Pascal was the fox. I guess I'm just not familiar enough with his voice. But I guess when I see and hear Pedro Pascal, I would not have thought of like the fox. Give him credit, he did a good job of that. Bro's dead. It's dead. It's gone.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I didn't even realize I had refreshments. That felt good. That felt real good to do. Okay. Yeah, load it up again.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
A little far, but that's fine. Refreshments. Thank you. But yeah, outside of stuff like that, it did feel like a pretty standard type movie. Like, you know, I've seen this before, but it's told pretty well. And I gotta hand it to DreamWorks, I really do, because they have this special talent where it's like, in a movie that should be, in a moment, I should say, that feels very formulaic and like expected, they're still able to make it land very well, like very hard, like hard-hitting and emotional. Because there's a scene where the robot and the goose that it's raising
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Yes, they're trying to legalize nuclear bombs. Exactly. All right. Getting that 4-shot is nasty work. Okay, well, he didn't get the Ultra Signal either, so it works out. I see we are in an impasse. And you have the scene where the robot is teaching its goose son to fly. And you get, like, the montage, the typical, like, learning montage. It's supposed to be nice and emotional, and they play, like, a licensed song. And it should be so passé, it should be so cliche or whatever, and it is. But here's the thing, I was not feeling that many emotions for the movie up until that point. Because, again, a lot of it's expected. It's like, I've seen this before, but it's still enjoyable. But for whatever reason, that moment, whether it be because of, like, the way they were showing it, where you have, like, the scene of the robot running off the runaway they made, and you have all the other flying geese or flying animals, whichever it was, and you have all the fall colors and everything. It's so beautiful, and I'm just like, wow, why this is hitting super hard. How does DreamWorks do? Because I had a similar thing with Madagascar 3, in that scene where they're doing the circus show and they're playing Katy Perry's Fireworks. It's like, this is like a very pop song, kind of pop, like a very well-known radio pop song. But it's like somehow this moment is actually hitting. How does DreamWorks do that? And there was just little moments like that throughout the movie that made me really appreciate the movie itself. I'm very glad I watched it. That said, I would still give it a 7 on a personal level, because while I did enjoy my time, outside of some special moments like that, I wasn't, like, particularly blown away with the movie. I had a good time with it. It did a lot of things. It did a lot of things right, and a lot of things that were good. Oh. Stay alive, don't get stamped. Hell no, dude. Not first thing. Why am I up here? Your friend's dead. So are you. Okay.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I could not even run. I think one thing that interested me about the specific poster of the movie... Oh, man. The specific poster of the movie they used in my theater was that it had the tagline of Best Animated Movie of the Year. And you know what? With what I've seen this year, I don't think I would agree, but at the same time, because I was thinking about what its competition really was. Inside Out 2, which actually I would say was a little better. And then Transformers 1, which at the time I had not seen it. At least in terms of like Western animated movies, not thinking about anime movies. Which even then, in terms of like new anime movies, to be fair, I hadn't like watched like actual movies. It's more just like shonen stuff. At the time of watching The Wild Robot, I hadn't seen anything I liked more than it, so I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's fair. But after that, I'm like, maybe I should expand my experience of watching some anime movies, just to put that tagline to the test. Though, again, I would say I liked it more than Inside Out 2. Though, for me, both were roughly 7s. Refreshments! Gimme, 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 gimme!
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Who gave the bow a stamp? Why that special? One more.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Got it. Nailed it. The Shadow Wizard Money Gang claims another victory. Who cares if we lose Ultra Stamps? Ultra Signals. Ultra whatevers. It don't matter. I'm in love with the money. Money, money, money! Money! Real off topic, can I just try something real quick? What if Ninja had a low taper fade? Okay, good. I don't know why I couldn't do that without doing a voice crack last time. Maybe it was the vicious brew. Maybe it was. I had the worst haunted hangover ever after that, man. Couldn't believe it. Low taper fade. But yeah, I quite like the Wild Robot. I'm very glad to see it actually doing really well. It's been selling out, or it's been selling, it's been back in theaters. It's good to see, because it is a great movie. And the whole theme of family it has in it is really nice. It's a good movie to take, for like families to take the kids out to see. I'm glad people are doing that. But yeah, so that was the first IMAX movie I watched that night. And then I went to go get some groceries. And then I went to go see the second one, which I was late for. I could have been there not late, but I had to go to the bathroom when I got back. So I'm like, well, dang, I might miss it. And so, once again, for this particular movie, I was late to it, because this was actually a rewatch. It was a showing of Stop Making Sense, the Talking Heads concert, which you might remember I saw last year. And I actually really enjoyed it. In fact, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Even though it's not really a movie, it's more of a concert, but still, I really loved it. And I watched it this time because it's like, well, it's in the IMAX theater, so it's going to be even bigger and grander. And sure enough, it was. However, I will say also, again, because I was late to it the first time, for the first show, so I was like halfway through Psycho Killer. Same damn thing happened this time. I guess that specific movie is just cursed to always watch it late. Monkey. Infinite Monkey. Is that another spell they have that I don't know about? And I will say I was a little disappointed with the IMAX experience in terms of the visual aspect, because it's the same movie, and I mean, it's pretty much video footage of concerts, of a concert from like 80s or 90s, something like that. It's not the best quality footage, let me put it that way. And so, being in an IMAX theater, especially sitting somewhere on the closer side of the theater. I sat in the same, or I tried to sit in the same row for each movie. For the next one, I was one row further, but I do what I can.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Whoa. You could just grab the signal. I think that would have been faster. It would have given you more benefit. However, I don't regret seeing it because... regret seeing it in IMAX, because even though I think the visuals were more attuned for a smaller theater, the audio aspect was so good. Getting that nice, big IMAX soundscape for basically a best hits of the Talking Heads. And still being accompanied by the visuals, because the music itself is really good, but it's even better when it's like you've got David Byrne doing the dance and all that. He's wiggling around. The whole band continuously joins him at the start and all that. That's what really helps make it work, the visual aspect especially. It's like, they're right, the music does make you want to dance, and it's even better if you can
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag
see them do it as well. Is this a mirror? It is a mirror match. Of course it is. And so, yeah. Picture quality aside, being able to get the audio of it in IMAX was... I was jamming out pretty hard. I was vibing out hard. With a bit of an exception. You see, getting there late has a consequence of not just missing out a little bit of the start. As I got there late, coming back from the bathroom, because I hadn't gotten to my seat yet, because... I didn't have any concessions or anything for this particular showing. I just kind of arrive... in my clothes, my jacket, all that. Ticket. Here's the problem. I arrived there. And someone's in my seat. My seat. The one I have a ticket for. The one I specifically chose, because you have to choose the seats. Fucker, you're in my seat. What are you doing? But here's the problem. I'm in a big IMAX theater. It's dark. I'm not trying to interrupt the vibe or anyone's mood. Mainly the people around us. The movie has already started. It's kind of hard to hear because the music is pretty loud. At this point, it's going to be much of a pretty significant inconvenience to tell someone, hey, you're in my seat. Can you move? And like have to, oh, yo, we got the Mothman on our team. The Bogeyman? I guess he is magical. Okay. Like, at this point, because the city's own Viking. Okay. The music's loud, it's dark, it's kind of hard to, like, be like, hey, you're in my seat, see, I have it in my ticket. And, like, I really don't want to, like, walk out and grab, and, like, ask an employee, hey, can you get this person out of my seat? Especially because he's the only other person in the row. It's just they happened to choose the one seat. Probably because I was late, and he's like, oh, well, no one's actually going to be sitting here, even though I saw it. I'll go sit here instead. But it's like, I just had to take a piss. I'm sorry. I have a bladder that likes to be full. And I don't like when it's full. So sorry. So whatever. I'm pissed about it, but because of the trap of social convention, I can't get him out of my seat, and I have to sit. Oh, and also, again, like, the whole row's open. Yeah, he took my seat, but it's like, I can just be like 2 or 3 seats next. But it's like the right in the middle of the row. I want a nice middle row. I don't want to be like slightly on the side, because then I'm going to be kind of crooked. It's going to bug me overall. And I have the seat. I bought the ticket for the fucking seat. You shouldn't, so I got mad. And maybe I did something that's a little psychopathic. So what I did was I sat a couple seats next to him, so he could still see me in the corner of his eye. So what I did was, every minute or so, I decided to move my leg. I went from, like, crossing it, to, like, having my legs normal, to, like, doing the thing where it's like you have one leg resting on the other. And I would do that every minute, because here's the thing, if he's a Talking Heads fan, there's a chance that's the kind of thing that's gonna really bug him. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this all the time, and he's gonna see it, and it's probably gonna bug the fuck out of him.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
And I could tell by the end it was making him frustrated. I could definitely tell. He was definitely looking like he was kind of annoyed by it. I saw him walking out. I went to go order a drink after the movie for my next viewing, and he definitely looked annoyed when he was walking out of the theater. I'm like, yeah, buddy, don't take my fucking seat. I'll do psychopath shit. I don't care. It's like, if you're gonna have my seat, fine, but I'm going to make it an unpleasant experience like this.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Close range, huh? What a concept. Oh! He heard me talking shit. Oh, we got closer. Oh, we got closer. Oh! I still hear the vine booms every time I see an Ultra Steer. Hey, check this out.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
That went way off course. No! Ooh, good job, no, good job, I love Tentatech. Wait, then why aren't you even using the Tentatech? The splatter shot. Fake fan. I got you. I got you. I meant booyah, but oh well. But yeah, otherwise it was a good rewatch. I didn't enjoy it quite as much as the first time, because like the first time was my first time seeing it and listening to a good chunk of the songs, but it was also nice going back to it because I got to re-listen to some of my favorites. Or re-experience some of my favorites, because I've, you know, listened to them, I've listened to it since watching it. And so going back to This Must Be the Place, or Life During Wartime. It's nice. It was good. Aside from the seat inconvenience, it was good. Wait, what? I thought I got way more splats than that. Wow, I was getting carried. I was definitely supporting, but... Huh. And so yeah, so after the movie I went to order a drink because I wanted a drink for my next movie. And some food. I got a plate of mozzarella sticks, which is nice because... Well, sometimes I'm not in the mood for mozzarella sticks because if I go to movies, sometimes it's usually my meal of the day. Because it's like, why not? They got food there. I don't always want to cook. It's nice to have. But I had already gotten food for the Wild Robot. So I'm like, you know what? My stomach's full. I feel like I could take this. I'll get some mozzarella. Voice crack. I'll get some mozzarella sticks. Why not? And then I went to the bar area and grabbed a nice cider, actually, not like a beer. But I got a nice tall glass of that, 24 ounces. Talked with my old coworkers because it's been a while since I've seen them. Had a good conversation. It was nice. And then I went to go in to watch my next movie in IMAX. And then I realized, it's been a little too long, where's my food? Turns out, because there's a guy sitting next to a couple seats away from my seat, who was not in my seat this time. However, what happened this time is, he got my mozzarella sticks. Because it was close enough, so whoever was running the food ended up accidentally giving it to them. And so I brought that up, and they're like, oh shit, our bad. Which, honestly, overall, I'm fine with the situation, because here's the thing. It's no skin off my back. It's no extra money for me, because they can just remake it. And that way, I get the mozzarella sticks fresh, or just in time for the movie to start, rather than being maybe a little cold, because I decided to take my time talking at the bar. And the guy who was next to me, who did not bother me at all, aside from taking my mozzarella sticks, but it kind of worked out in the end, he ended up just getting some free mozzarella sticks. And I ended up costing the company more money. And hey, how can you go wrong with that? So it ended up being an overall net positive for everyone involved, except for the company, but oh well. And so yeah, this was the third and final IMAX movie I saw that night. The end of my run. And this was the big one.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
No reason to use it, but I just kind of want to use it to build more. Just lay it on thick. Lay it on the spells. Oh no. Wait, that's my own team. Well, to be fair, it's a mirror match, I guess, but it's like, come on, stop disconnecting my team. Why is it always the team I'm on nowadays? Yeah, why not? There was a person there? Sorry. But this, yeah, this was the big movie. This is the one I was probably the most excited for, and being able to see it in IMAX especially. It's a big flop. It was a movie with much anticipation, from a known director, with many known actors. That's right, not Joker 2. I did not go and see Joker 2, though it was in IMAX. I was seeing all this before Joker 2. I don't need to see that movie. I'd probably like it more than a lot of other people, to be fair. If I didn't see the first one, I don't feel like I need to. Or I don't feel like I need to watch the second one. I'm with Marty on this one. You know what? I'm just gonna... Alright, Jason, calm down. But no, I went to go see the greatest, grandest, biggest movie of the year. A little number called Megalopolis. And it delivered on everything I wanted it to. It was big, it was grand, it was a lot. And it was absolute cinema! This is why I go to the theater. This kind of fucking movie. I am so glad I saw this movie in IMAX, let me tell you, because it was definitely a movie made for it. Made for the big screen. Like, it's the full view the whole time. You get these big grand cityscapes and visuals and everything. And just with everything the movie's trying to do, because the movie, the best way I can describe Megalopolis is it is a lot. And when it is a lot, you need a nice, giant, big screen to see it. And it works. It worked perfectly. The actual, I will say this to you now, the actual film viewing experience of Megalopolis was at least a 9 out of 10 for me. I loved seeing it in the IMAX theater. At least for the whole, I say 9 and not 10 because for the whole first half, you know, I got some cider, a nice tall glass of cider. I got the mozzarella sticks. I'm in a big IMAX theater with only like maybe 10 other people who are all have very similar expectations to myself. Or similar vibes, at least. We all kind of know why we're there. Like, there's a scene where Adam Driver's character is, like, coming home to his apartment to his girl. Except not really his girl, it's more of just, like, a fling. He doesn't want to get in a serious relationship because of a tragic backstory. And he's walking in there, and the girl is just, like, doing this weird meditative thing, and no one really knows why. So me and everyone else in the audience are just laughing. I'm laughing through a lot of this damn movie. I just had like the biggest grin on my face. I'm like, I'm here. I'm thriving in this. This is Francis Ford Coppola's vision, and I'm loving that I am watching every second of it. Refreshments. It's refreshing just to see a director's true vision. It really was. Just like total unabashed vanity project. However, the reason I wouldn't say it's a 10 is because halfway through, right after the, I want to say the Coliseum scene, where like the girl is outed to not be a virgin, even though it's fake, and then Adam Driver's running out because he's like bloody and stuff. Bitch. Yeah! 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 Eat shit! Fight me again. Not with that. So yeah, after that scene, about halfway through the movie, I end up having to go to the bathroom because I was drinking a lot of cider. It was pretty good too. It was like a caramel apple kind of thing. It was nice.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
And so I went to the bathroom. One of my old coworkers said, "Oh hey, Zeter, how are you enjoying the movie?" Me, realizing I am quite drunk and how I'm walking out of the theater, I'm like, this is amazing. I'm having an amazing time. Alright. But walking out of the theater was what kind of made me realize, oh wow, yo, it's Majima. Hell yeah, dude. He would be on our team. Wait, no, he'd be on Knights, wouldn't he? I mean, he would be Pirate. He does have a Pirate game, I think, coming up. Fuck you. Kiryu-chan. Kiryu-chan! Cool. But walking out and to take the piss break makes me realize I'm more drunk than I realize. Is that why I'm enjoying this? And so I take my piss, I come back, and there's just something different. Where I'm like, I guess I'm having this moment of questioning, am I enjoying this for the whole experience or because I'm drinking alcohol and all of this? And also, after I come back from the piss break, the whole time I'm like, I'm being confused, and I don't know if it's because I missed 5 minutes, or because the movie's just like that. I think it's because the movie's just like that. But the fact that I couldn't tell because of the piss break and because of me being drunk made me kind of not quite enjoy the second half as much. But I was still having a good time. I'm still like, I'm here. I'm thriving. It's great. And so yeah, I will say if I had not watched this in IMAX, I would have very much regretted it. Because again, it is very much a movie for IMAX. And the fact that it bombed and didn't do well means less people got to see it in IMAX, and I think that's a shame. Because if people are going to see it, they really should. I think that is the best way to do it. Just like, I think out of everything I've seen in IMAX, Megalopolis is the movie where I'm like, I'm super glad I saw this in IMAX. Outside of maybe like Boy and the Heron and when Avatar got re-released, just because it was like big IMAX 3D and stuff, and it was a cool effect. I just wish it was, again, for a movie I cared more about. Now, the thing is, I sound like I'm praising this movie a lot. I am praising the viewing experience. The movie itself, again, the best way I can describe it is, it's a lot. It's not good. I wouldn't say it's particularly bad. It is quite confusing. It is a lot. But I don't think I can really say it's good or bad. In fact, though I say the movie viewing experience was at least a 9 out of 10, I'm not going to give this movie a rating. Because I don't think I understood it well enough. And I don't know if it's because I need to watch it again to fully understand it, or if the movie's just like that. I don't think I could do that in just one viewing of the movie. Also because I was drunk. So while I did have an amazing time watching the movie, I can't say the movie itself. The quality of the movie itself, I really just I'm conflicted on.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Good job, my fellow Hydra Splatling user. Get his ass. He's swag messiahing all over the place. I'm so proud of him. I had a feeling.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Come on, you could have just stayed where you were and have been fine. But no. I will say stuff about the movie itself. I would like to say the performances were good. I don't know if some of the worst parts were like from writing and all that. But it was kind of cool seeing people like Adam Driver, I can't quite pronounce his full name. But I hate to call him this, but I'm gonna get his name wrong either way. Gus from Breaking Bad, Gus Fring from Breaking Bad, and Yarnell. I'm not gonna try to say it again. I'm going to butcher his first name. I just am.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Saved. They gotta get into their base. Real big face. God damn it, the wizard out-bombed us. To be fair, I mean, we're all on the same team. Wait a minute, was this a mirror match? Wait a minute. No, wait, yeah, it was. For some reason, I thought I was... I looked at the shirt, I'm like, no, we had the green ink, so we did well. But I'm like, wait, no, we definitely lost. That don't make sense. Please don't have your tag be Childish Predator. Please. You mean that in, like, the call me a pit bull the way I'm mauling children in this game. Wait, like, right? More wizard wins. I don't I think we're probably losing too much for these to care. Wait a minute, Mothman again. It's another repeat. Why? I know they're winning. Unless they somehow are just, I don't know. I don't know how that works. But there were so many memorable moments to Megalopolis. The one with Adam Driver reciting Shakespeare. The one where the old man went, "Wow, I'm so excited to see you. Look at my bone." And then it ends up being a bow and arrow, and he uses that to shoot the two people and kill them. I'm pretty sure Shia LaBeouf deserved it. Oh yeah, Shia LaBeouf's in this movie. He plays a Nazi. Or I guess a figurative one. However, it is also very literal because there is also a scene where when he is going to preach or make a speech to get the people on his side, he stands on, I think it's like it's like a tree stump or something that is just in the shape of a swastika. And I'm just like, yes, Francis Ford Coppola, the language of subtlety, cinema. I mean, to be fair, the idea is Nazis are bad, which is like, it's much better to be clear-cut about that because it's like, yeah, they are. Even if they don't call themselves one, if they are, you gotta call that shit out and make it obvious. And the movie does. There's just a lot of weird visual things too. Like the visual effects people for the movie definitely had the time of their life making this. Could have also been a pain in the ass, but the way it came out was really nice. There's so many like weird visuals and like the megalodon or whatever the jewel, precious metal that Adam Driver's character discovered, how that looks and how it basically just allows one of the characters to have a green screen dress.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Hang on. Fuck you in particular, bud. Oh, I love how long I can hang on that for. Just let it all hang out. He's gotta be coming back for me with a vengeance. I can feel it. Good attempt.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I'm right where I need to be. We're not even doing that good in terms of ink coverage. Now that I'm looking at it. Ooh, double shot. Oh, well. Yeah, Roxas would be a two-shot kind of guy. You ain't got the button. Nor the cojones. Okay, maybe they did. Refreshments. I'm getting them this time. You can't stop me. Throw it.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Fuck it. Oh, I threw out the wrong spot. My yosh. Oh, and then one more thing I want to mention about Megalopolis. The credits song. It was Lonely Planet by The. That's not me stuttering. That's the name of the band. The. And I bring this up because I actually really like that song. It was interesting. I was when the credits started rolling. I heard the start of the song, which is just like drumsticks, you know, like that. And when those started, I'm like, am I insane or do I recognize that? And then the song starts playing. I'm like, oh, this song that fits pretty well, and I like that song quite a bit. I used to like that album more than I do now. It's one of those albums that, sadly, over time, I don't like quite as much, but there's still some good songs on it. That one especially. It's sadly a shorter version of the song. I would love to hear the full version of that in an IMAX theater, but yeah, it was nice. So again, loved the movie viewing experience for Megalopolis, but the movie itself, I refuse to give a rating because I don't think I can. I wouldn't say it was good, nor that it was bad. I loved watching it, but I would never recommend it. Except for people who enjoy true cinema, you know what I mean? Oh, I love being a cinephile. I love experiencing peak. And thus the end to my triple IMAX night was as glorious as it was. But yeah, after that, to kind of go back to the Wild Robot, I wanted to see some more animated movies. And I had noticed something. That there was this movie that was animated that I had not recognized, that was already playing by the time I went to go see the IMAX stuff. Or it may have been a little after. And I'm like, that's weird. I feel like I would have known this. There was a listing for this movie called Look Back. And I'm like, this is... Wait, anime? Hang on. Let me look into this. Turns out this is a movie based on a one-shot by... I don't know his name, but it's the mangaka of Chainsaw Man. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's probably gonna be good then. Actually, I should go check that out. Although an interesting thing about this was that the movie was only an hour long. I thought that was also interesting as well. So I'm thinking, alright, it's only an hour long. I can just go and see this. This is the only thing I really want to see at this point. That was in theaters at the moment. I don't need to order anything. I'll just go in and see it. The tricky thing was, I actually had to, I try not to order online my tickets. I had to this time because I thought this was the last showing the theater had. It turns out it wasn't, but I thought it was. And the seats were filling really quick. Like, really, like, it was almost a full theater, so I'm like, shit, I need to get my tickets now, because I actually really want to see this movie in theaters. And so I did. I ended up having to sit in the second frontmost row in a medium-sized theater. I had to sit in between people, which is not my idea of fun.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Like,
Messiah.
I like having my space. Who? But it's like, fine, whatever. It's an hour long. I want to go see this movie, whatever. And again, turns out this movie would actually stay in the theater for a while. It would only usually have like one showing a day, but it usually got pretty busy from what I could tell. Which is nice to see. Because I feel like usually when it comes to anime movies, it only really does numbers if it's like shonen. I don't know if this counts as shonen, and again, it's by the same creator as Chainsaw Man, which I think is shonen, so I don't know if it's like an exception to the rule, but still. It was nice to see it do well.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Ooh, that's how we do it. So yeah, I went and saw the movie, and well, Well, hang on, let me finish this match. I know it's a mirror match, and I know I keep getting Defender. Oh, they're going in. Wait for it.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Clean. Alright. So yeah, I went to go see Look Back, and it's basically a 1-hour movie, plus some interviews at the end. And it's a story of, like, 2 girls who grow up, they draw manga, and eventually collaborate. There's, like, kind of a one-sided rivalry, and then, eventually that turns into friendship, and they start working together, and they start growing up and all that, being successful. And then they kind of go their separate ways, a tragedy happens, gets sad, and the movie ends. That's me that's a very truncated, a bare-bones summary of it. I would rather not spoil it, at least the especially sad stuff, because I feel like that's a big part of the movie. But yeah, I very much like the film. I will say, and one reason I also wanted to see this was not just because I saw this, but also because I saw people I follow talking about it. People who I don't usually see, or one person I usually see talk about movies, but usually when they do, it's to, like, talk about movies that specifically interest them, or they want to gas up. So I'm like, okay, sure. And then one guy, who I don't usually see talk about movies, who said they saw it, and really loved it. So I'm like, okay, this seems to be going over really well with the people I follow, so I should go and see this. I don't think I enjoyed it quite as much as them, I will say. But I did think it was very good. It was less I have issues with the movie as a whole. More, I think some of the way they portrayed the story, because this is an adaptation of a manga one-shot. I think some of the ways they portrayed the adaptation of the second half could have been better. I think once you start getting into the more depressing side of the story, I think they could have done a better job. Or I think they could have done a more interesting... let me rephrase it. They could have done things a bit differently to portray the second half and the way a character starts being depressed in a more interesting way than the way they did. Because it was still well done enough, but I'm also like... some of it felt a little static is all. I did see some people getting, like, when it came to, like, some more negative reviews, which there aren't a lot of, actually. A very well-received movie. Some of the more negative reviews were like, oh, this got just confusing, or whatever in the end. I don't think it was. I think the narrative was told very well. And anything that was confusing is more interpretive. Spell words. But no, I thought that stuff was well done enough. I just think the visual aspect could have been handled better. Stop doing that. They both have the same fucking weapon. I don't know who is doing it. Do it again. 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 Do it again, asshole. No, yeah. Try to side flank me. That's what you're good at.
Do it.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
No, not like this. No. Die, 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 die. Anyhow, the movie. Monkey. Look, guys, monkey. I'm living. Eat shit! Fucking cock, out, leg cramp. Wow, that was fast. Frustration. That's a good thing I can segue to with this movie, because the movie was great. Remember earlier when I said I'm usually glad to see movies in a theater, and that's part of the driving reason why I go see movies in a theater, because there's an experience. You get the nice big screen, you get to see with an audience, and that can be a varying thing. And for this experience, it very much varied. Now, to an extent, it was also interesting, because for previews, we had previews for some movies, like the new My Hero movie, where the theater for the preview was dead silent. And I don't know if that's because we were interested in seeing it, because I hadn't seen the trailer yet, so I was kind of, you know, watching it, or because no one cared. I couldn't tell. But I gotta say, the theater experience for Look Back, specifically because of the audience I saw it with, sucked. And I think it detracted from my experience of the film, and made me like it less. I didn't like who I saw it with, because it was a very full theater, and man, I just... You know, you get those guys where it's like they laugh at something on screen, and then no one else laughs, and it's just very awkward. That happened once or twice. I sat next to two people who ate popcorn throughout the whole fucking movie. And now here's the thing. This is an hour-long movie. Hour-long. Very short for typical theater-going experiences. Why the fuck do both of the people next to me, the guy to the left of me and to the right of me, why do they both have a fucking large bucket of popcorn? What are you doing with that? That shit's upsold so much. You could have just gotten a medium, gotten like roughly the same amount of popcorn, because the theater I go to, the medium and the large gave you almost the same amount of popcorn. You maybe get like an ounce more with the large. And they get refills on them too, like a free refill. So it's like you're wasting so much money by getting the large. And this is for an hour-long movie, and you're eating. Granted, they are eating, so I guess they're getting their money's worth. But it's annoying, especially for these like hard-hitting emotional moments. I was, you know, maybe complaining a little bit about pacing for. Oh, hey, it worked for once. And it's like, it's kind of hard to get into that, because one, I guess that's part of why I'm a little annoyed about the theater experience, because I don't know if part of my issues is with the directing or the people I was watching with and being distracted by munching popcorn the whole time. And the guy to the right of me, I don't know what he was doing, because like, he would eat popcorn. Ow. He would eat popcorn. Because I could see it out of the corner of my eye. Because he was right next to me. It wasn't like 2 seats away. He was right next to me. What he would do is he would grab a handful of popcorn. And I mean like a nice palmful. Chomp that motherfucker down. That's the good stuff. Wipe his hand. He would do that in a very gluttonous way. Bitch. He would wipe his hand on his pants. And then he would immediately go in for another bite. And this happened throughout, like, again, almost the whole movie. Like, bro! What sense are you making? If you are going to immediately go for another bite, why are you wiping your hands off? First off, you shouldn't be doing that on your pants. There's napkins available in the lobby for free. Plenty of places. Just do that. And again, why are you even wiping it off if you're just going to go in for another bite? And bothering, and like, It was so frustrating, man. I'm just trying to watch a movie. It's like I like to champion the theater experience because it's a cool thing to do and to see stuff with an audience. But I swear, I really wish this is like the one movie I've seen in a long while where it's like I wish I saw this at home.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Because I really okay, that's a little bit of lag I saw. I think it messed up the experience for me, and like it detracted from my overall experience of seeing the movie and the movie itself. It was such a frustrating thing. Though I will say one thing about the movie, not so much the audience, but right at the end of the movie or so, I definitely saw a fly past the projector, and that was fun. You know, it happens. There's insects and stuff, whatever. They get in. It was also, I guess, awkward because it's like I felt like I couldn't really do much. I'm in like the second most front row, which I don't mind because that's like just close enough for me to still enjoy myself. But it's like, if I do anything particularly weird, it's like, people are gonna see me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being paranoid. If I see the same names pop up on that top left. Okay, cool. I can't wait to, in 2 days, because tomorrow I have to leave after work immediately. Because I have a follow-up checkup for my doctors in the morning for Monday. So I'm not going to be able to react to the results until after that, and I get back. And after class, actually probably right before class. I can't wait to just wait for all that results and just see, oh hey, look, my team somehow lost again. Great. But I thought we would win. We won this sneak preview. We're also dead last in the halftime report. Maybe we'll pull it back. Who knows? Who gives a shit? I don't know, man. It just reminded me of, like, when I watched Perfect Blue, and it's like a guy who was not right next to me, but a couple seats over, was eating popcorn throughout the whole movie. At the very least, the people next to me in Look Back weren't, like, eating it particularly loudly. I just happened to be close to them. It wasn't like in Perfect Blue, where it's like the dude was, like, definitely open-mouthing his fucking large popcorn. But still, it's like, I don't know, that was one guy, and the movie, like, Perfect Blue was so good, I still remember more of the movie than the experience. I can't say the same for Look Back, sadly. Just, I was... It's not that I was getting massively bugged, it was just I was, like, getting mildly irritated throughout the whole movie because of this stuff. It was to the point where it's like, by the time the movie ended... And the thing is, they had an interview for the movie, too, and it's like... It wasn't a particularly interesting interview, in my opinion. It was just kind of like, oh, hey, here's like, underlying stuff about the movie you definitely could have figured out by just watching the fucking movie.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
And then stuff where it's like, they interviewed the voice actor. And, you know, I like seeing voice interviews, and I'm glad they talk to more than, like, just the director, but it's like, yes, I understand when voice actors are in the booth, they are almost like the other character. It's like, sure. I, like, just kind of took a nap at that point. I'm like, because the thing is, I was in, like, the second front most of the row, so it's like, I don't want to be rude and, like, I don't want to seem like I'm being rude by leaving during the interview, but it's like, this is not, I'm just like, this isn't interesting to me. I just want to leave. And eventually I did, but I don't know. The guy next to me, one of the guys next to me probably saw me, like, not giving a shit and just trying to sleep. And I hope he did. Because fuck that guy. But yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I didn't think it was amazing or anything. I'd give it like a solid 8. For arbitrary numbers and all that.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I'm alive? What the fuck?
Legalize.
Sorry. Sorry! Okay, I was so shocked I survived the ink vac shot. What the fuck? My team carried me. I will say though with the movie, not so much the movie itself, but with some of the ratings. So, not that I trust the opinion of Mal. Or the collective opinion of people on Mal. But that movie, look back, I think is like, last time I checked, like the 30th highest rated show or movie or all-arounder on the whole site, and I'm like, I guess? It was very good, but was it like that good? I mean, I don't know. I mean, still go see the movie. It was really good. Form your own opinion about it. Who cares what I think? It just surprised me that it was like that highly rated, that's all. I have my reasons for thinking why it is so highly rated, but I feel like they're just very cynical, and I don't want to share that. I try. On the one hand, I like being cynical because it's very cathartic, but at the same time, I feel like being cynical is just an easy gateway to being a huge asshole. And so I want to try and not be as cynical as possible. It's like, yeah, I could say that kind of stuff, but it's like, where's that really gonna get me? Who's benefiting from that? Other than, like, trying to make myself feel better, I guess. Kind of the same reason why like, I'm going back on what I said about the stuff about backlogged, or that backlog playlist. It's like, whatever, man. It's more my annoyance of it than anything. This is better to not be cynical. I'm cynical enough in life as it is. I mean, you heard me in the last stream about, like, being fed up with college and work and all that, so. Why would I bring that to, like, mediums I really like?
Legalize nuclear bombs.
You ain't gonna see it.
Swag Messiah.
I definitely saw him. I just couldn't quite aim right. Will the content creator? At least he doesn't have YouTube on his name. That tells me nothing other than he is a content creator, and there's nothing wrong with that. At least he's not shamelessly plugging like some other people. It's like he's telling you what he's about, but he's being reserveful. He's doing it in reserve. Down to the wire. Hey, check this out.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I'm coming in. Oh! Uh-oh. Maybe I got a little ahead of myself. You really should have aimed it at me. You really should have aimed it at me. Yes, you can see where the Hydra player is. The one who stands still all the time. And is not trying to hide from you, usually.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Ooh. Nothing but net. Good time for this shield. Thanks. Oh, we still... Okay, never mind. We still ate shit because green team was getting on us. Oh, well. Mirror match. I mean, we're here to play the mirror match just to keep the mirror shield up. The mirror spell. Whatever the fuck lore I was creating. Who cares? We're just here to play. If it ain't a mirror match, I care. If it is, it is what it is. It is what it is. I watched Parkour Civilization. Hey, that counts as a movie, right? It says full movie, even though it's actually just a compilation of, like, different parts. Ooh, that's doing stuff to my stomach. I will say, I'm surprised that all the stuff with, like, the beef and the chicken, like, do you go for the chicken, or do you do the one diagonal or whatever for the beef? I'm surprised that was all, like, in the first minute. Where it's like, the only thing I hear people talk about is that, and, like, the analogy of Parkour Civilization to, like, the ruling class and things about, like, capitalism and all that. And I'm just like, yeah, man. Hey, it's good kids media. I did watch it. I don't have too much to say about it. I feel like it says everything it needs to. The movie itself, it's very self-explanatory. I feel like for the first half, I was just kind of, like, forcing myself to watch it, and then the second half, I'm like, okay, there's some interest going on. I mean, hey, it's got a shitload of views. If kids are watching it, you know what? Cool. I think it's solid enough for kids to enjoy. I'm glad they're enjoying that kind of stuff. I also partially watched it because I feel like it's the kind of thing my cousin would watch. My little cousin that I'm trying to custom work on that 3DS for their Christmas gift. I feel like it's the kind of thing they would watch, so I want to watch it just so in case they decide to bring it up. That way we have something to talk about. We have something to bond over that we have both seen.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag
Nice try.
Messiah.
Nice try. Do it again.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
No, we're not doing that again. We're not having the ink brush bastards happen again. If I were to have one major critique, not major, but like noticeable critique of Parkour Civilization, it was just like, there's a lot of vine booms in that. Maybe not specifically vine booms, but like a lot of like dramatic thuds. It's like I get using him sometimes and have him be like,
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I mean, what would I know about overusing sound effects? It's like, I get having a style, but it's like sometimes it's like... And maybe they just did it because eventually you do it to a point where it just becomes funny. And it definitely did. Whereas like when you, I guess spoilers, mild spoilers for Parkour Civilization. When he gets to the pro, when he becomes a pro and he sees like the different statues and he sees the gold statue. And he's like, and then gold, cinematic thought, I'm like... And then sure enough, it's the... You see the fourth one, I'm like, oh, it's a diamond. And when he says diamond, it's got to do the cinematic thud, right? And then it did. And I just burst out laughing. Because at that point, it's just funny. So I kind of get it. It's only like a mild gripe, though. I mean, it's like, it's whatever. It's not meant to be taken, like, ultra seriously or whatever. It was a fun watch.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Again, I'm glad that's the kind of thing that kids are watching other than, like, content of people who are, like, evil. Which you wouldn't think would happen so much, but... You know, it's very easy for big popular names to push their stuff on... I don't even want to say kids, because it's also, like, teenagers, but I guess they're also kids. It's just, I don't know. It can be a whole thing. From the screen to the ring to the pen to the... Bars. Yes, Shiver, tell me the same names I've heard before. Give me false confidence. Papa Thanos! Those are new names. Well, this does indeed put a smile on my face. But yeah, I guess it's more of like a season than a movie. But oh well. It works well enough as a movie. Fair enough. I'm also not gonna give that one a rating. And yeah, and then we only have 2 more movies to talk about. Both I watched back to back recently. Both more animated movies. Again, really testing that Wild Robot thing. Which, by the way, if we're counting it, yes, Look Back was better than The Wild Robot. So already, it's not Best Animated Film of the Year. But it's like, okay, if you really wanted to go by just like Western animation, maybe. But then I watched this next one called Piece by Piece. Which, if you don't know what it is essentially a biopic, documentary kind of thing. More of like a biopic, interview kind of thing. Pharrell, the music producer, made some songs, you know, like Happy, worked with Daft Punk. Worked on a lot more than you would think. Like, he did the production for, I forgot the name of it. You know, that milkshake song, you know, my milkshake spring, all that boy. He did the production for that. For Drop It Like It's Hot, Snoop Dogg. All Right, Kendrick Lamar. Lots of songs. A lot more than you would think. And the movie does a good job of highlighting a lot of those songs. And it's a biopic of that. Him as he was brought up, how he got into music, how he ended up getting into producing and all that. And what makes it interesting is that it is told... Oh, see, this is what I'm fucking talking about. Dude with Twitch TV in his name. You're not subtle. Knock on my channel, buddy. See what happens. Hell. Oh, thank goodness it wasn't the other guy. What makes Piece by Piece interesting is that it is also an animated Lego movie. Which I guess the in-universe reasoning for them doing this is because they think it would be cool. Now, granted, outside of that, there isn't much reason until the end of the movie where they really tie in the Lego and the themes together. In a way I really liked. Because up until, like, the last 5-10 minutes, I'm like, I don't think this movie necessarily need to be in Lego. Animated, that's a different story, but Lego specifically, I don't know. But I think they do a good job of bringing it together, where it's like, life is like a Lego set, and how you build it is up to you. I don't know. I forget exactly what it was, but I liked enough how they...
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
brought it together. Oh, almost. You caught me in a bad situation. That wasn't entirely your body twitches doing that, alright? Son, do you really want to fight? Do you really want to fight? There's a crab. And I'm gonna throw that for good measure. There we go. Now I'm helping my team. I can also help by doing this.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Ooh, landed that right on him. It wasn't quite enough, but he ain't getting this. He is good at aiming, I'll give him that. No, Taku. You stop that. Nice try. Fine, do it!
Nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Oh, I should have thrown it the other way. I think we still got it, but okay. Yay, the mirror match win. But yeah, so they make it worth actually doing it in Legos. They do a lot of really cool visual stuff. I think it wasn't that, aside from how they eventually tied in, that I think Lego was... It didn't need to be Lego, but the way they told the story definitely needed to be animated. And using Legos also just adds another layer onto it, which I think worked really well. It's just, I don't think that was quite apparent to me until stuff they said at the end of the movie. But it was a very interesting movie. It was fun learning about, like, Pharrell's come up. Because I have known Pharrell for a long time. Hell, I even played Happy back in high school marching band. It's not my favorite song, it's a little tiring, but it's very fun to play in marching band, actually. It was just interesting to learn about, because like I've known about this guy for a while, but I haven't really known much about him. Never really thought to look into it. So it was cool to finally kind of learn about that, and like the Neptunes and his collaborators and all that. I think it was a very good watch. Little buddy. I guess I don't want to say too much else, because I don't feel like I really need to, because it's a biopic. I feel like the most you're going to get from watching it is just by watching it and like learning about the story and the guy it focuses on. I'll just say I thought it was very well done. It might not be the most, because I don't really know much about the guy. I don't know how accurate it is, but I think having actual interviews from people very much helps with its presentation. Almost had his ass. Good job. I'll build up a booyah bomb for your cake pop. Trust me. Like this!
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
It's for him, not me. Coming in here or not? Alright, Cake Pop. I have the bomb. Let me know when to rip it. Oh no. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead, he's so dead! Why are you in spawn? Why are you still here? Boy, you really love using that fucking curling bomb. What are you, 80? Oh, look at me. Going to play on the board. Oh, shuffleboarding. I love shuffleboarding. On the cruise ship. To soothe my back, which is surely going to shatter in the coming weeks. Oh, it's going to be a cold winter this year. Terrible. Trash, even. Rubbish, even. He just went through my straight line. You can't do that. That's illegal. There was one thing that kind of bugged me with Piece by Piece. Some of the audio work. Where they definitely, because it is animated and they try to tell like an animated story, which is a good thing. That is a plus to the movie. But some of the audio work, because they're taking lines characters say from interviews, and they're bringing it into animation. It's very much like they definitely cut up some of the audio to make it work more in an animated setting, where it's like they'll cut around pauses just to give the scene more flow. However, they did it in a way where it's very noticeable that they cut through audio, and I don't know if that's because of the way they did it, or because it just had to be like that because of the way people talked about it, and they were like, they would rather just have it straight from like a regular interview rather than have people redo lines because it's not as authentic. Aerith, Sephiroth, Cloud, and Eximus. Alright, yeah, sure. Who the fuck is Eximus? Is that what secret boss is this in 7? Is this a Rebirth thing? I wouldn't know that. I haven't seen all of Rebirth. Please God, I don't ask you for a lot, but please don't let that Final Fantasy IX remake be a thing. It ain't gonna be like 7 Rebirth. I already know it's not. It's gonna be more low budget, and it's something about it's gonna disappoint me. I don't trust. I have no trust. But hey, at least I'm not like a Silent Hill fan where I get a good remake and then still complain about it because I'm too up my own ass about artistic interpretation. It could be worse. I would say I could also be a Pokemon fan, but I am, so. Yeah, I got a big case of senioritis. And yeah, if you want to count Piece by Piece as an animated movie, I actually liked it more than The Wild Robot. So if you wanted to count it, yeah, I think that one was better. But also, that's also probably because it's more of what I'm into with like music and stuff. Oh, also, a lot of the songs used were the clean versions. Not too into clean versions myself. It's like, it's great. There's a section where it's like, we're showing Pharrell's collaboration with Kendrick, and they're playing All Right, and doing like a mild recreation of the black and white music video in Lego. But it's a clean version.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Like, especially for a song like All Right, with its themes and what that song is about. It feels very weird to, like, hear a clean version of that song where it's, like, they aren't, like, saying the N-word, especially with, like, how big that is, like, to the song. Not that I'm gonna say it. Or sing along to it. But it's like, come on, you can show it for this. They did do a little bit of cursing in the movie, mostly just for, like, an emotional scene. Which I'm glad they did, because it's like, yeah, they are saying shit. Literally, they're saying shit in the movie. Even though they censored it in other parts of the movies, but they kept it for, like, this one bit with Pharrell where he's saying... Like, it was, like, a down moment. I think it was with something with his grandmother later in the movie, or... just generally him being down on his luck. Where he says it and it doesn't get censored, which I think was the right call, because I think censoring it would have just broken the flow, and it's like an actual emotional thing, so I'm glad they didn't.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Oh, they never see the double bomb. The reverse Uno card of wizardry. But yeah, I'm glad they didn't do it there, but still. It would be nice if there's, like... I would like to see a version of the movie where it's, like, the straight-up versions of the songs. I'd be down for that. Maybe for the Blu-ray. If they still do Blu-rays.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Get it in the green.
Swag Messiah.
Oh, what's that? You're charging up a bomb as well? I don't think so. I think they still won. But it's not going to matter as much. Or, I mean, it's not going to be as definitive of a win. You see what I mean? That could have been a 40 they had. My own team could have had against my own team. I keep mega spacing. Level 50! Oh! Yeah, I guess I do have these still. Oh, well, it's close enough to the end. And then I saw one more movie, which I saw right after Piece by Piece, which unfortunately, because of the schedule, because there was only one showtime for this next movie, because I waited way too long to actually go and see it. I ended up, because I also had to go to the bathroom in between, I ended up being about 5-ish minutes late, at least 5 minutes late. And it was another animated movie. And one, again, I waited way too long to see. Where it's like, I was seeing it one of the last days it was there. Still pretty decent, like, attendance. Like, it wasn't packed, but there was a fair amount of people in there. And it was Transformers 1. I'm not really a Transformers guy. I watched, like, the show that was like, it was like kind of like a Transformers anime that used to be on Cartoon Network. They show on that or Toonami. I forget if it was one or the other. I watched that as a kid, but it never really went past that. I had a Transformers 2 or toy. I had a Transformers toy or two as a kid. and I liked it. It was one of my more favorite toys. It was like a blue car thing. I forget what it was, but it was cool. But I never got like too into Transformers, so I'm like, I remember, and there's been like so many Transformers movies. I'm just like so whatever about them. The damage Michael Bay does to a franchise. I'm glad my teammate picked up my slack for me there. You know what?
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
No! Okay, again, someone picked up my slack. It was not my team, though. Were 3 of us dealing with one guy while the other person got... Okay. Maybe they had other stuff going on. Whatever. Again, mirror match. So yeah, I saw the trailer for this movie, and I was like, that looks okay. Looks pretty standard origin movie kind of thing. Animation looks alright, but it's like, probably don't need to see this one. But the more I saw of it, like little bits of it, while walking by theaters, I'm like, you know what? I like the energy that's going on here. Like, there's a good energy with the writing and like the little bits I'm seeing of the characters. I like what's going on here. Maybe I should see this. Up or down, up or down, up or down. I swear I'm trying to like run away and like just spam fizz bangs, but it's really hard to do that with Joy-Cons because I try to do it with one finger and I keep swapping between that and swim form. Yes, I'm blaming the controller this time because it actually is the controller and the ergonomics of it. Yes, run, Octobrush user. No fear. Feel emotions, bitch.
Legalize
Like this!
nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Call it a comeback. We coming back. We come on people's backs all the time. You would never believe how much we come on people's backs. We didn't. But at least we don't come last. Unless it's a double team. In which case, we don't physically, but we do spiritually. And that's the nature of the beast. So yeah, I eventually watched Transformers. It was mostly with, the theater was filled with like mostly like families. Like bigger families, like maybe it was like a birthday party thing. I don't know if it was or not, but this was actually a case where there was actually a good experience, because even though it was like there was a fair amount of kids in the theater, they were like properly enjoying the movie and having a good time. And you know what? I like that. I liked people actually having a good time rather than just watching a film in silence and chomping on popcorn the whole goddamn time. You fucking weebs. Thanks for ruining a movie for me. But yeah, Transformers 1, actually, let me put it this way, in terms of the arbitrary ranking I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I'm not even lying. I just really liked it. And it's for no reason. Because, again, it is kind of a typical origin story movie, where you learn about the origins of Optimus Prime and Megatron and all that. It is that. It is very much that. But it is a case where, while the movie doesn't necessarily do anything particularly new, or even really surprising in terms of, like, major elements, I just thought it was really well done, and like the people who were working on the movie really cared about the movie and like what they were doing, and were doing it well enough, or with enough expertise that it's like I like to go along with it. It's like the people who are making this want to show you a cool ass origin story of Optimus Prime, and they do. And again, like I saw in the bits before, the character, just something about the characters and the writing just has a very good energy to it, and I would say the same for the animation too. The movie looked great. It really did. So Transformers 1 actually was in IMAX. I'm really sad I didn't see it in IMAX, because there's some, like, the way they portray the world that all the characters portray in, some of the shots they have are very spacious and wide and big. And, like, man, seeing that in an IMAX theater would have been great. Some of the music especially was good, too. I really like the camaraderie you had between Optimus Prime and Megatron. Or at least the characters they were beforehand, because they had different names and all that. I think they do a really good job of establishing them as, like, buddies, and what eventually tears them apart is, like, the difference in just their character. And how they go about different situations. Throw it up. And how once they start to get more power, you get to see how that changes them. I felt like it was really well done. The only thing I was, like, kind of bugged by in the movie, and I was a little worried about it as, like, a major issue, was actually Bumblebee. Because there's a bit in the movie where he's, like, kind of getting portrayed as, like, more annoying and loudmouth and all of that when they, like, first arrive on the surface of the planet, and it was getting a bit much. I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be a problem throughout the whole movie. It's really only a bit bothersome for like 5 minutes.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
It's not like that where it happens like almost every 5 minutes, you know? I was too busy avoiding that. I wasn't even thinking that there was someone on the point. So I'm glad someone got it for me. I just have questions about this.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
I didn't need to do that, but... They don't know I'm here. Yes, Brad. Do it. Walk further into my death trap. But yeah, Bumblebee was really only an issue for like for like those maybe 5 or so minutes. Otherwise, it's like when he was annoying, it was like
legalize nuclear bombs.
Swag Messiah.
Used in a tongue-in-cheek way, so it's like where the writers knew what they were doing. To the point where, even if it was, it came off as a little bit annoying, it was tongue-in-cheek, and they were able to like do funny things about it. Yeah, I gotta say, I was just, like, impressed with the movie, with, like, how well it was done. Because, again, nothing really new. Very... just, like, standard origin story. But just told very well and with enough enthusiasm and energy and love for what the people who were making it were doing, that I just felt, like, fully engaged. Which is weird, because I'm not even, like, a Transformers fan. But... my coworker is, though. He really liked it, and he definitely recommended it. And honestly, I'll give him full props. I thought it was really good. Like, I was legit... The main... Nagito? Nagito Star K? Who's your favorite character? Nagito? Sorry, I still love that video. But yeah, it's like the movie itself did really nothing to surprise me, other than just be very good. That was the most surprising thing. It was as enjoyable as it was. So yeah, I would. I mean, again, because it isn't particularly in. Oh hey, Kiki's Delivery Service. That is actually playing in my theater right now, and I'm going to go see that after the Splatfest. So we'll get to talk about that next time. Very, very good timing for that post, actually. Because that's probably going to be the very next movie I talk about next time. But yeah. So, like, I guess I would recommend Transformers 1. Aw, hell yeah. That's what I like to see. So many good posts this time around. Yeah, I think I would just overall recommend Transformers 1. It was a very solid movie that I enjoyed way more than I thought it would. And you know what? They lined themselves up for a sequel. I'm totally gonna go see it. If it's told with the same conviction that this one was. Oddly strong words to use for it, but yeah, I will go see it. There it is. And, like, even with the caveat of, like, oh, piece by piece doesn't count because of biopic reasons or whatever, or look back doesn't count because we're talking about Western animation. Even at all that, I would still say I think Transformers 1 is probably, would still be better than The Wild Robot. The Wild Robot was still very good. Still recommend that. But on a personal level, I think that was probably my favorite. I don't know if I like that or Piece by Piece more. This is kind of the thing where it's like they're all arbitrary ratings because they're all good in their own right. I very much enjoyed a lot of these films. It's just some I enjoyed maybe a little more, and the best way I can portray that is with numbers. Oh well. But yeah, I watched a lot of good movies. It's been good. And hell, next time, I'll get to talk about Sonic 3, because that'll be out by the time Winterfest happens, probably. We're gonna have a grand old time. But yeah, enough about movies. Done talking about all that. I've done 3 more hours of Tricolor. I think we did pretty well. I don't really know how many, like, actual matches we played. I guess I can check how many we actually did, because we were a mirror match hell, but that was for the group effort spell, so it's fine. No con. How close am I to, That's not catalog, though. Okay, yeah, far enough. How many times were we actually fighting, like, a different team? Is it all the same? Oh, okay, no. These are the colors we're looking at. So a loss. A win. A win. A win. Win. A loss. Another win. A loss, but someone disconnected because they're a bitch. Okay, yeah, so no, we did pretty good overall. I don't know how much the mirror matches count if they do it all, but in terms of the matches where we were actually fighting other teams, we did good. And I think we did good in the mirror matches too. So you know what? Hydra, Splatlings, or Splatlings in general, but the Hydra, you know what? You made up for me. You're not on my shit list anymore. You actually did a fairly good job of helping me out this time. And on spamming Booyah Bombs. You know what? You're alright by me, weapon class. Good on ya. Still not gonna use you regularly, but hey, I have a better opinion of you. And that's worth a lot, ain't it? Ain't it? At least put on my witch gear. But yeah, this was fun. We did good. A lot of money. Cordial plushie. Confident lead. No, I'm not. I don't know what happened last stream. I really don't. But this stream, I feel like just generally went better. Maybe it's because I wasn't under the influence of Vicious Brew. Maybe. And instead, just the soothing wonder of decaf coffee. Although, to be fair, I was trying to do more of my contractual obligations, which I feel like I did a fair amount enough. Where I tried to. So hopefully, that'll transfer into a win. Hopefully, the Shadow Wizard Money Gang, the Shiver Wizard Money Gang, will come out on top once again. We can only hope, though. But regardless, Splatoon, always a solid time. Always great to see the festivities. See the crew, all dressed up in that. It's nice. Posts have been amazing. All that. Always cool. So, yeah. I think we're gonna call it there. Played more than I thought it was, but I was having a good time. And I wanted to talk movies, so. Anyhow, I think that's gonna be it. Next time you see me will be for the results, and, depending on those results, the Halloween stream, the annual Halloween stream we do, might be impacted, but we'll have to see. And speaking of that final Halloween stream, that is the next time I'm going to be streaming. We're going to be streaming on Halloween. I don't know exactly what time, but we're going to be doing more Hat in Time mods? I don't... A skeleton is coming to kill me, is the thing. Grind me to dust. I don't know what he thinks he's going to do. But I'm ready for him. You know what? Fuck it. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out fighting a skeleton. Worst case, I come out. Worst case, I die to a skeleton. Best case, I come out alive. We're gonna see what happens. Maybe it'll be magical. Maybe it won't be. We'll have to see. And then past that, the next time I'll probably stream is actually Winterfest. I'm just not trying to stream as much, I guess. Just nature of the beast of college and all that. And yeah, VODs for this are going to be a little late just because of not being able to record the results when I want to. But yeah, we'll come along as we go. You know when I'm streaming next. When the next annual Halloween stream is, which will be the last annual Halloween stream. Whether I like it or not. And if you need to know exactly when I go live for that, you can always follow the channel and turn on notifications, or follow my Blue Sky account, where I post every time I go live. If you need to see any previous streams I've done, we have Zeter Streams 966 mod, YouTube archive channel where I host every previous stream I've done, and any other links you may need are also on the channel and wherever you can find me. With all that said, thank you for watching. Hope you're feeling especially festive tonight on this haunted weekend, and have a great rest of your night and weekend. Oh, and as one more reminder, of course, because I have to say it, this stream is, in fact, sponsored.
This is sponsored by the Shadow Government.